Hey everybody, I am Key from House of Kiana, and today I decided to embark on this new journey, which I hope to be really fun, and start a YouTube page. So I do have accounts over on Instagram with House of Kiana, and then I also have Affordable Lux Living as well. I have a website, www.affordableluxliving.com. Because this is my first YouTube page, I'm sure you guys gathered that I'm not a pro when it comes to doing these long videos. I'm used to doing short clips over on Instagram and popping them in there. But now that I have to do a longer clip and start piecing things together for you guys. So if you find that it's a little bit clunky, I hope you guys will bear with me. Hopefully I'll get better with it here quickly. I am big on being able to have nice things, but not break the bank. So my channel is going to be a lot of inspiration on affordable living, but lending luxe vibes. To give you a little bit of a backstory here, we moved into this home about 1.5 years ago. When we walked through the door, I immediately looked at my husband and I cracked a smile, and he looked at me with his eyes and basically said, chill out, calm down. The selling agent is here. Be easy. So we walked on through and we got to the back of the house. And the moment I walked into that area, I said, yes, this is it. The projects that we're having to do in here are more so just painting the spaces, painting cabinets and things like that. We are going to have to redo the master bathroom, but that is something that's going to come in at a later date. We're not rushing it. The kitchen cabinets, which I'll share about that when we do a tour in there. I've had to make some changes in there as well. But all in all, I walked into the house, my heart, I fell in love. So to say that I'm happy with the house and excited about still bringing more life to many more of the spaces in here would be an understatement. I love this house. I think this is by far the best house that I think we've ever lived in. All of that said, you got a little bit of a backstory. This is the very first video to my YouTube channel, so I'm sure I'll share a little bit more as I share more of the spaces and as I share more inspiration here. But I think now I've done enough talking. Let's get into the room. You're going to see a mixture of textures. You're going to see a mixture of different elements. The high back chairs I've had for a number of years now. They're still very good chairs. And many of the items that you'll see in this room are items that I've actually bought from the last house. And while they weren't necessarily situated together in the last home, in this home, I was able to bring some of the pieces together in the same room. What that showed me is that many of my pieces were very cohesive, even though they were used in different rooms throughout the home. For the winter scene here with the black bench, I bought in for some additional seating in the space. You can always use additional seating. I love seating. This black bench gave me what I was needing for this side of the room. So I decided to use it as a cover for some logs that I would stack up. And these are miniature logs that I found at Hobby Lobby. I've had them for a long time. I took the logs and I just stacked them, and I put some big pine cones there, and then also some picks that you would typically see people put these picks in Christmas trees or things like that. I actually found those picks and decided to just put them over here to give this little area a little bit more of that rustic wintry feel. This coffee table is one of my favorites. This I actually got from Sea Gallery about 3 to 4 years ago. I loved all of the different elements on the table. There's metal, there's mirrors, the clear glass, there's acrylic. It's like 4 different things going on here, but they work together, and I just love that it had all of my favorite things there in one. I love that it has the top layer and the bottom layer. It makes it fun, and it gives a ton of different options for decorating. What I have on top of the table, and I decided to keep it simple for the display. This is a wood piece that I found at Home Goods some time ago. Next to it, I decided to do a vase with some sprawling greenery that has little pine cones on it. I really try to stick to the greenery that lends more of that real life look versus the ones that look incredibly faux. On the bottom layer, I had some long sticks that I usually just take and stick down in vases. Those actually came with me here from my last house, and I just kind of broke them up and placed them on the bottom of the table there. So I have my wood elements, I have my green stems that have the brown pine cones on them, and then of course I have a little bit of that slight glam look with the vase that those branches are in. The one thing I haven't talked about in this room that I absolutely love, and I was too tickled when I bought it. I bought it at 2 a.m. in the morning. I had to call my family and tell them I did this thing, and I bought something that I kind of shocked myself with it. So this sheep, you guys, she's so pretty. I just got a wild hair and decided to get one. So I went looking online, I found that one, and I love her. I think she's gorgeous, and she was a great addition to this space. These mirrors I put up in the space, these are like my nod to RH. I'm a huge fan of RH, and I'm gonna try not to say that word too many times because I have watched so many videos, and there are so many people who really love that brand. And of course, I understand why. Sometimes it's a bit much when you hear the words. So I'm just gonna say, or the letters. So I'm just gonna say I love the RH brand, and putting these mirrors on the walls in both these spaces was my nod to RH. Putting the third mirror in the dining room draws the eyes back and helps connect both of the spaces easily. I also bought in these trees that are just downright gorgeous to me. If you don't have these trees in your possession, whenever they go on sale, I think they are a really good buy, and they are staples for the winter season. They are gorgeous. They are the cedar trees, and these are from the Studio McGee line. When I got them and when I put them in my home, I actually bought them last year. And when I put them in my home, it was a no-brainer. These are gonna stay, and they're gonna be staples, and I'm gonna have them for years to come, at least I think. So Studio McGee, I believe Shay is her name. Awesome job. The shears I bought in because there's a lot of traffic that comes by. And while I love to be able to look directly out the window and look at the palm trees and the beautiful sky and the beautiful moon in the late evenings, I don't like that people would be able to ride by and possibly look directly into the house. So I put these shears up so the blinds, the roller blinds that are behind them, the roller blinds stay up all day, but the shears, I don't have to open them, but they bounce so much great light into the space. So I'm really happy with them. In the dining room, I kept things pretty simple. My main points of attraction are, of course, the chandelier. That is, I think, my favorite jewel in the room. And then my lamps that I recently just purchased from Lamps Plus. I kept things pretty simple because I did a lot more in the living room, and these rooms kind of work together at the moment. So I kept things pretty simple in here. I do believe that I'm going to be getting rid of the table here at some point. I'm not rushing it. I had this in the kitchen, and about maybe this past weekend, I actually moved it. And what I had in here before is now in the kitchen. So at some point, you guys will get that. I'll be showing that area at a later time. But for now, this is the dining room. This chandelier online, and I have been searching for it a little while, and I knew what I wanted. I wanted something that was going to span the table, not be too small, and this one is over 4 feet long, so that was a huge deal for me. That was one of my details that I needed it to have. So it met that. It has the brass detailing on it. It has glass, and it's just gorgeous. My main pieces in here, the lighting, which is the chandelier, the lamps that I recently purchased from Lamps Plus, and then also the buffet. The buffet is an all-time fave of mine. I actually bought that about 4 years ago, and I've been happy with it. Have no plans of getting rid of it anytime soon. And if it does move out of this room, it's probably just gonna go somewhere else in the house and not to storage or the garage. I love it. So this I actually purchased from Wayfair. I can add a link to that exact one on my website and also on my Like to Know It. It is an absolute fave of mine. I love the neutral look of it. I love that it has texture to it. And then I love that I can just use it with a number of different looks. It's a very universal looking piece. The big art piece that's on the wall there, I actually had that art piece for some years now. That's it for this tour, you guys. I hope you guys really enjoyed it. I hope I didn't make it too long. I hope I didn't ramble too much. And I hope you guys really enjoyed the inspo that I've shared here. Thank you so much for hanging out with me and bearing with me while I get through my first YouTube video for my YouTube channel. I do hope that you will come back and hang out with me as I share more of the spaces that I have put together here in our home. Make sure you click the like button, make sure you comment, make sure you subscribe so you'll get the notification when I share new videos. Bye guys.